Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. I was lucky enough to talk to Crowbar yesterday. I'm recording this on Saturday. And he was asking me about Tank of the Month. And it didn't occur to me, but he had mentioned earlier that he had been away from the game for a while and then came back. And so I was like, well, why didn't you, why don't you have this or whatever? He's like, I wasn't playing. And I'm like, well, of course. And then it triggered in my mind that I should have already made this video, but I already had this tank. And it didn't occur to me, hello, stupid. Just because you have this IS-2 doesn't mean other people don't also have it, although most of you probably do have it. At least most of you who are watching this video. But if you're watching this video and you don't have this IS-2 tank, this is the tank of the month. It is a very good tank. And I'm going to make this video to demonstrate this information to you. Spread it, whatever. But before I do, please leave a like for this video. It will help other people see this. And it will spread my influence across the globe. I'm sorry. If you would like to help me out more, you could just subscribe if you haven't subscribed. That would help me out again. And it would also help you because you get daily notifications of my videos, which occur every day. Because there's always something going on. So now we've gotten that stuff out of the way, let's get on to the rest of the video, shall we? Alright, IS-2 is a Tier 7 Russian Heavy. Pretty good tank. Now, all of the tanks of the month so far, they sell those in the store for $10. United States money, obviously. You get the tank, you get, which is a premium, of course, you get $850 gold plus boosters. It's like, it's a no-brainer that the tank of the month has been for myself ever since my friend Armored Wraith told me about it. A great deal. I can't miss opportunity. So this is another of those opportunities. You know, good Tier 7 heavy tank. Can't go wrong with that. Now let's go look at some of the details, shall we? Alright, now mine, obviously, I have already put the gear on there, so I'll go run through the gear that I put on there for you. And now this one does not have a commander. Correct. Alright, double checking. So, as it sits with equipment, etc., it's got a .43 accuracy. This number will go down when we put a commander that has skills in there. Reload on this dude is a whopping 10.4 seconds. Again, that will decrease when we put a commander in there. So, the damage for this gun, 390, is very strong. So, this is in line with what the numbers should be as far as the reload and the power of the shot, etc. Now, in my case, I have set this guy up. What I do for mediums and heavy tanks, these are frontline fighters. They're the only tanks you get the opportunity to put advanced armor. Advanced armor usually runs on a Tier 7 or above around 850,000 silver. It's very expensive. It will knock off 5% of damage, but you buy it once and you never pay for it again. It's a bargain. So I always go with advanced armor. I always go with, well, 99% of the time I'm going to go with advanced loader for a 10% increase in the reload speed. There's a couple of cases where I haven't done it because it's not necessary. But we have advanced loader here, and the reload is already still pretty high. That number was 10.4 seconds. Okay. And that's with the 10% discount on the speed of the reload. I always throw away enhanced targeting, and usually I replace it with advanced optics because that increases the distance of your vision. And I'm going to show you these numbers, how they change when I put a commander in here. But right now we have no commander. I'm just going to go through it this way. Fan will do three things for you. Well, and it will cost you money. But the three things it does for your tank is it decreases the loading time of bullets. It increases the accuracy of your shot. So that means the number deflection will go down. The .43 was higher before I put on the fan. And it will also increase the vision of your crew. All those have already happened at this point. And right now, as you can see, the vision is 409 meters, which is pretty good. But once again, when we put the commander in there, it's going to drop that number down. It's going to drop the reload number down. And it's also going to drop the inaccuracy number. And the inaccuracy number here is the .43. So accuracy at 100 meters, realistically, that is .43 meters off center. Okay, randomly. So we're going to drop all those numbers, which makes it better. Heavy tanks and mediums, frontline fighters, and this will even include most light tanks. Or, if your light tank is a scout tank. I want to use gold repair so that if I need to repair, I repair. 60 seconds later, I can repair again. Or in 60 seconds, I'm ready to repair again if necessary when it occurs. I use, on almost every tank I ever have, I use enhanced rations. What this does is it gives you increased accuracy and decrease, watch this. Okay. 10% commander experience, 10% crew performance, which means increased accuracy, increased vision, etc. Now, if I'm in artillery, it's really noticeable. If you're about to fire an artillery shot, you hit their button, and it will engage the rations, and it will cause the circle of dots to shrink even smaller for increased accuracy. So you can physically see the accuracy ring decrease in size if you're using an artillery, for example. But it works the same way on all guns. I use as a default, I always say start with the white medicine. If you need gold, go to gold. If you play it and you're not using the medicine and you want to take the chance and go to either a fire extinguisher or gasoline for extra speed, whatever floats your boat. But my default is to use white medical kit just in case. All right. I'd rather start with white medical and realize, these guys almost never take damage. Get rid of it. I don't want to start without it and go, man, I sure wish I would have had it. So my philosophy from my experience is to start with the medical kit as your default. And if you're not using it game after game after game, you're like, okay, I can get rid of it and because every tank is different. You don't know how it's going to behave. In this tank, 28 rounds is not a lot of rounds. So I went with premium in every shot. I would not use this tank very often myself. But if I am, I don't need to be bouncing 3 or 4 shots because, man, it starts cutting into your bullets. I'm telling you, it's bogus. So in this one, I'm going default full premiums. If these are, going super great and I find a lot of ammo left over at the end of the match, then I might cut it down to, say, 10 regular shots and then 18 premiums. And I will adjust these values match after match as matches progress so I can see the trend. because the odds are the optimum amount of bullets will be X amount of regular rounds, Y amount of premium. But I'm going to start with full premiums and then cut it down by maybe 5 here and maybe 5 more there and work my way down, because I did this on another tank where I was using too many premiums and I was losing money, and I adjusted it as I played the tank over time. I adjusted it down, and that tank had 38 rounds, and what I adjusted it down to was 28 premiums. I'm sorry, 28 regulars, 10 premium. When I did that, it was a standard tech tree tank, and when I did that, I started making positive money, maybe 1,000, maybe 5,000 or 6,000, but I was generally positive. I had a few negatives here and there. So, but the bulk of the games, if I played 10 games, I was making positive money. So that way, I'm willing to lose money to win games, lose silver. Okay, I can go to Cold War, I can go play several tanks, bing, bang, boom, and make 300,000, 400,000 like that, no problem. But I'm just giving you some helpful hints here that could help you in your own process of figuring out how many premiums do I want to have for each specific tank. Now, let's take a look and see what are the silver boost or silver bonus, etc. This is a 35% silver bonus, so I would think that my full premiums is going to cost me money. So, tank experience, that's for contracts, etc. That's 20%. I don't care about that. All I care about, realistically, when I'm playing a tank, is what's the silver bonus, number 1, and what is the commander bonus, if any, number 2. And then, on certain tanks that are good for tank experience bonus, like Churchill 3, Tier 5, that thing has a monster tank experience bonus, so it's awesome for contracts. So, but it's number 1 is commander bonus is number 1. Number 2 is silver bonus for me. Number 3, tank experience bonus. Free experience is 5 for almost every tank, but there are a handful that are more. You'll see them when you see them, and it's not a big deal. Free experience is something that happens basically in the background. You don't really concentrate on it because it's putting the cart before the horse. It doesn't really make any sense. Okay, so now we're going to take this dude out and put a commander in here. Okay, these are my Russian commanders. So when we look through these, now all of these guys are currently assigned. That doesn't matter. We'll take whatever we decide and shove one in there because they can be moved around. Premium to premium is free. It doesn't matter. So probably going to use the one from the Defender. It's not a good idea to put a two skill commander in a tier 7 or something like that, because you're wasting the option and the efficiency of your tank. So we're not going to use this guy. I could use this 9 skill commander, but I don't think it's necessary. This guy is another 3-star, just like the Frankenstein monstrosity. He's got 7. Be very useful, but again, I don't think it's really that critical. But you do whatever floats your boat. Another good 5 I could use. The Shashka. This is a sniper commander. It would still work pretty well, but it's kind of overkill. And this is an artillery commander, and I could use it. Again, these have what I call my universal 5. So realistically, I think the Defender is a tank I'd never play really. So I'm going to, instead of using that, I'll use it here on this IS-2. So now we're going to go back and look at this IS-2 and see what we have. Now, one of the things that would help, the next commander skill I'd put on here would be the binoculars, because it would increase that vision range even further. But now, since we put a commander in here, you can see the gun accuracy has gone down from 0.43 to 0.36, which is very good. The reload time has dropped from, 10.6 to 8.75. Again, very good. And the vision range increased from, I don't even remember what it was, to 426. Now we get another 6%, maybe plus a little bit more with a binoculars. So you're looking at 25, about 30 meters. So, somewhere around 435. In fact, let's just do it and see what happens. I'm going to take this guy. He's got binoculars. So let's shove him in here and make a comparison. Assign. You'll kick the girl out and she'll go back. So now this guy, we'll jack that up to 458. So the binoculars makes a strong difference. Everything else will be the same. 0.36. This will be 8.75. No problems. Double check and make sure I have this right. Yes, reload, aim, and born leader, which covers all of those together. No problem. Plus the binoculars gives us the vision, and this is camouflage. And in fact, you got a second camouflage on this one. So you get regular camouflage plus foliage. So the camo rating on this one would really get a little bit better with this commander. He's probably the best commander to stick in there. But that's fine. So this is the IS-2. I'm going to go play a match with this guy and then come back and show you the replay of this match. That will be the most helpful thing I can do. Okay, I am back, and I had a very successful match. Solid game. It'll be good for you guys to watch it, so let me give you the replay. Welcome to the El Alamein Desert. This game lasts just over 11 minutes. And it is a mixture of Tier 8 and Tier 7. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Tier 8s with 10 Tier 7s. So this is a decent match. As you can see, there's a great view of my IS-2, otherwise known as your tank of the month. So I'm waiting to see where these guys are going. We have a minority of the team headed down to B5, meaning they're going to head towards B7, B8 along the shoreline, northeast corner. So I'm going to go and follow them while the bulk of our team is moving to the southwest. Down there, E, F, G, H4 in that kind of area. So what happens here, this little freak shows up. Watch this. Oh, tagged him. I almost killed him. This dude hits for 390. He ate all of it. And it was awesome. This IS-2 is no weenie tank. Terrific Tier 7. I saw that guy zipping across, took the opportunity shot, and connected. Super fantastic. Now what I'm doing here is trying to move to cut him off to keep him from potentially escaping at Alpha 5. The odds are slim that I get another shot on him, but just in case. And this is why you can help your team win even if you don't get a shot. So that guy, I was the insurance policy. He wasn't going to get away. They killed him. Fantastic. I'm not worried. You don't get any points for that. But in a match where someone fails to, to do what was done there, you're the backup plan. So good players will make themselves the insurance or the backup plan just in case when they have the opportunity. Because you never know. You go, you don't need to do that. And then, oh, wait a second, that guy missed. Well, then, you're good. So this looked like there's a weakness over here at like Charlie 9. But there was a bunch of dudes that show up and it's like, oh, well, that was not a great idea. Maybe I better not do this. I do it anyway. And then, chicken, run. Ha, you missed me. But I like to give it a shot sometimes. I might press my luck. It's a little bit better. See if I can get a shot. This tank isn't that fast. I got a shot, hit a guy, and then I get hit. So, like, I shouldn't be doing this. Alright, time to get out of here. Run away. Good. Luckily that one deflected. No damage from that shot. So, I hit 2 shots and got hit once. Not terrible, but wasn't the greatest move of all time, to be honest. I'm still getting better because I can recognize that I made a mistake that I'm not going to repeat in the future. So that's why, even though I am old by normal gaming standards, I'm still improving. Nice. That Black Prince is in trouble. He's the guy I shot earlier. This guy is toast. I hope. Yeah, I got him. Going okay. We were winning, and now we're back to, well, now we're losing. I mean, I say that technically. If you're +1 or -1, you're still in the game. The game's not over. So yes, they're technically winning, but consider anything even or plus or -1 as to be an even game. You can't, if you're winning, you can't think of yourself as winning, and if you're losing, you can't think of yourself as losing. Icebreaker. Boy, it'd be great to get that guy, but oh, that jerkweed. This Oni freak. I'm not too experienced in fighting Oni, so he got me on that one. That first shot did nothing. And that shot did nothing as well. It's 2 shots that did nothing. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go past you because I am faster than you. Ha ha, sucker. Eat this. That almost killed him. And that did kill me. But the Oni is essentially dead. He is literally one blink and he's dead. This guy's not in good shape and he's dead. This is not, oh, this is the wrong team. This guy did okay, actually. This is where I was at after the game. So you're seeing what I saw as I saw it. Beautiful shot. I think this is the Panther with the 8.8 centimeter gun, which is a good tier preferential tank. Meaning it doesn't go more than one tier above its own tier. So it never faces higher than a 9 under normal circumstances. And this would be a normal circumstance match. This was a tier 8. A lot of maneuvering going around here with 3-on-3. These guys weren't using headsets. I was watching the game the whole time because I operate with the idea that if they're listening or if they can hear me through their TV, I can give them information that they cannot get on their own. Because I can, as an observer, I can switch from guy to guy and then relay that information back to them. Where'd that guy? He's over there. That is the Oni. This guy is going to be toast. Because at 47, if you hit him, he's gone. Terrific artillery shot that just missed him. You know, in the end, he scored no points off of that, but man, that was close. A little too close for comfort, you know. So this match ends about 4:57 left on the clock, so it's almost over. All right, there's the artillery. He was going for the artillery until he saw this smoke. Now, I had told this guy he could have gone back the way he came in because this guy's got a shot on him. He could go back up, turn around, and go south, and then hook around and get him from, you know, like J7, for example. He decided not to do that. He went the other way, which was okay. But the reason I wanted to go down to J7 is that there's nobody down there. So you're going to set yourself up for a one-on-one showdown in a Panther tank against artillery, and that's a big-time win for the Panther tank. Here it's a little bit riskier. You know, good effort. He does a great job, but this is not the way I would prescribe you make this attempt. But he doesn't show much, you know, beyond the top of his turret. Now he's got him because he's missed his shot, and he's going to get him. He'll beat him on the reload. It was very funny. I told him to go, 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 and then stop, because he was anticipating that, and that was a really good Picard maneuver, if you know what that is. So now, there you go, and he got hammered by that 50 TP. The artillery was not really paying as much attention as I would have hoped, because he would have been ready to get a shot on that guy that was way behind. You know, in time, not location. He was behind. He wasn't aware of where that guy was and what he was doing. Oh, that's the enemy 50 TP. I mean, this was a good match. This game was close the entire way. And here is the end of game screen. So, a real solid match for myself in the IS-2. And remember, I am not a heavy tank specialist. I'm good. I'm just a good heavy tank player, but I'm not a specialist by any stretch. So, I thought that was a good result. Medals, I didn't get anything special. Second class and a fire for effect, no big deal. Scoreboard, however, I did get number 4, which is good because I was a 7 in an 8 match. So all the 7s would get a bonus for anything they did. It's worth more because they're lower tier. So, hey, 4th place overall, I'll take it. I mean, that other guy, IS-2, did a little bit better than me. Did more damage, obviously, but did not get a kill. So he finished a little bit ahead of me. Great result. Can't complain. Either way is good. So this tank worked pretty well. Now, I had played it, I mean, I think it was like two previous times. 4,000, maybe one. Sorry, I think this was only the second time I've ever played that tank. Good tank. You know, anything that wasn't, quote, great was me, not the tank. It's a little bit slower than I anticipated, but that's, not an excuse. The Oni, not knowing the Oni as a opponent cost me 2 shots that didn't kill him or didn't damage him, and I would have killed him had I known that. So if you know more about the Oni, you'd have done even better than I did, because I had him dead to rights, but didn't finish him because I wasted my first 2 shots on him. So again, whatever happened in this match was me, not the tank. The tank was fine. So definitely a good tank. So here you can see it. Tank of the month, IS-2. And let's double check and see. Well, this shows you something completely different. Yeah. That doesn't help you. Let me get the information for you. All right, this is the Microsoft Store version of the Tank of the Month purchase center, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Cruise down here, and this shows you World of Tanks, but it doesn't show you the actual thingy. Here we go. This is what I want to see. Tank of the Month gives you the tank. In this case, IS-2 Tier 7 Heavy Tank. 850 gold, which in the store they sell 850 gold for $5. So 3 days of premium bonus. 10 1.5 times silver boosters. You get a bargain and a half by buying Tank of the Month. So if you don't have the IS-2, cha-ching, you just saw me play it and saw how well it performed. So in conclusion, I think you would all agree this is a really solid tank. You can't go wrong with Tank of the Month. The other bonus is as well that once you have the Tank of the Month, if you ever get it in a current card for long hauls, it's a direct gold credit to your account. So that's always something to consider as a total bonus. And that's what we do. Now, we buy Tank of the Month when we buy it because it's a good tank, whatever that would be. This one I have already, and I've had a couple of them previously. But every one that I bought, I got this one. I bought the HMH M4.49 French heavy tank. I got the Scourge Soviet heavy tank. I got, I had already purchased the AMX Chaffee, which was awesome. I've had a lot of great tanks from Tank of the Month, and every one that I've ever gotten was great. Well worth it. This is no different. You saw what is essentially the second match I've ever played in this tank. Let me check something for you. Let me correct myself. This was the third match I've played in this tank, and I was lucky enough to win every match. So, or be on the winning team every match. So, I thought it was 2 based on the experience on the tank, but turns out it was 3 total. So, hey, it's not a lot, but it's real solid. The key point here is that I've only played this tank 3 times, you've watched the third time I've ever played this tank, and I had a real solid result. It was almost better than solid, but that was my ignorance against the Oni. So, live and learn. That's what happened. So, I think it was super fantastic. I highly recommend this tank for you if you're interested. It's just you cannot go wrong unless you absolutely hate heavy tanks, or you hate tier 7 heavy tanks, or you hate Russian tanks. I mean, other than those things, it's a total winner. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Tell your friends so they can check it out. Same story. Maybe they'll leave a like and subscribe. So thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoy this. Hope you learned something. And I'll see you guys in the next video.